Bunk and Pick Podcast. It's the Bunk and Pick Podcast. It's the Bunk and Pick Podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bunk and Pick Podcast. This is Bunk with no pick. We got Pick still down, man down, but we got Gary with us today to especially to talk a little Penn State sports. Big doings there. We kind of hinted that we were going to have him on. He's a Penn State alumni, so he's got some definite thoughts on what's going on. Gary, how's it going,
Happy to
man?
be here. I'm happy to be here. I'm pick 2.0. I'm always
Pick-
better than him. The better episode already.
Hey, he's an analyst though. He does some good
you
analyzing,
can
sir.
talk as much Yankees as you want, Dad.
You know what, man? I don't have any Yankees shit.
You don't even
to
want. Yeah,
talk
they're
about.
done.
It's over, and now it's just like, who do they
That
sign?
was a swift
And
one. It was in and out, a quick trip.
it was quick. Doesn't look like the Boonies going anywhere, though. I can tell you that. I think if they were firing him, he would have been fired. It's been too long to wait at this point.
Yeah, you would want to jump on that market immediately.
He would have. He would have. You know what was interesting, though? I know we'll get to ML. Well, we'll get to the playoffs, but did you see what the what they were saying in Philly about Harper, like with the GM and coach?
No.
They made some kind of shitty remarks about hoping he can get back to his elite level next year, and he hasn't been. I mean, they say this out loud, right? They're like, I hope he can get back there. You know, he's had, you know, right now he's good, but he's not in the top whatever. And I'm like, what the hell?
Well, he's like 37.
But why would you say that to the friggin' media? Makes no sense to me.
To piss him off, or
Maybe they don't want him.
it's a weird comment to begin the off season. You know.
It is a very, very strange comment. It's getting a lot of play, and it was kind of weird. The GM said it, and then the coach kind of even, you know, they asked him, and he was like, "Yeah, you know, he hasn't really played up to what." And I was like, "Holy shit, man, come on!"
I don't know what his contract is. I know he signed a mega deal.
Oh,
a while ago, but
he
I
signed.
don't know if it's compares in terms of now.
It's a big contract. It's
Yeah.
I
I think he's given everything to Philly.
He's
and to Washington
he's
before
been
that. He's been the
friggin-
face of their team. Yeah, I mean, what more can you ask for?
he's a great player. He is a great teammate. He promotes the whole thing. I don't know. I was really shocked at the comments. I mean, I don't know what, you know, are they trying to get out of the contract, trying to piss him off so he gets traded? I don't know. It's
you know
really
what, though?
weird.
It's for all these things, it could have just been a comment made and twisted and turned, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
In today's like journal, especially sports journals, they'll turn anything into a story.
Yeah, no, you got a point. I'm sure he wasn't thrilled if.
Well, I'm sure Harper would like to perform that way. I would like to go out and throw a baseball 95. Now I can't. It's just at some point, like
Obvious,
you can't do
yeah.
it.
I mean, clearly, you know, he's not at the, you know, MVP level. He's been hurt, and he moved. Believe it or not, I think he's actually in the running for a Gold Glove at first base, which is pretty crazy considering he's an outfielder.
Yeah, that is.
I don't know. I just thought that was kind of a weird thing. The other big Major League Baseball story was the coach out with the Padres. I don't know if you read that, but I think it's Schilt. He decided to retire. Said it was done. Had enough.
Like the next day.
Yeah, and you know what's weird? They were going back his old team too. I guess internally, like his coaching staffs don't like him. He's not like a likable guy
really?
internally, and you know it all comes out like when, you know, now. But yeah, he just kind of up in the middle of the contract and just said, "I'm done." But you know they have too much talent to not like be
Good for
going
him.
past. Yeah,
That's actually nice to hear that somebody was like, you know what, I'm just, whether his heart wasn't in it or I don't know, physically, health wise, who knows what it is, but he said,
Yeah.
I'm out. I love to see that. There's been too many coaches and players, especially players, that just you got to commit to the no. There's got to be your time. Your jersey is not going to stay on you forever. It's time to go.
Absolutely. These guys, they play forever. The other big thing I was gonna ask you, we kind of texted a little bit up this. What's up with this fascination with Albert Pujols as a coach? He's got two teams looking at him.
Yeah, it's like the new wave of like politics and sports. It's just if you're a high profile person, it doesn't matter if you've never coached or not. It's so weird, right?
It's strange. The Angels are looking at him. I mean, they're actually really serious, but I don't know. I just think it's weird. He was
I
wasn't he
mean, you
playing 2
figure
years
he's
ago?
I mean, what does most managers do nowadays? I mean, they have the hitting coaches are in charge of the swings and the averages pretty much. The pitching coaches have got, they're in charge of the pitching staff. Is the head coach only in charge of pitching decisions mid-game and not even maybe who goes in the game, but what the timing of it and the
Eh, like
matchups?
a CEO. I think they're just CEOs. I think
If
that's
that's the
all they
case
do.
and they make him just like I don't even know what to call it, like just the face of the program, he doesn't do anything, then sure. I
I
don't know
don't know.
how committed you are to winning if you do that, but
But there's got to be a lot of behind the scenes prep. I don't know. Nothing against him. I just think it's kind of weird personally. I don't quite understand.
it is weird. It
Um,
is weird.
there's a lot of guys that have been managing in the minor leagues and probably doing well, looking for a chance to move up, and then
Maybe he's
basically,
been coaching for years.
I don't
Maybe
maybe I
you
don't
never
know.
know. Maybe he's been in business decisions and I mean, he's been around the league forever.
He's been
Maybe for
around.
the past 8 years of his career, he's been making decisions. We don't know that.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, the other
And
thing
if
I
we if
wanted
we
to,
have, he's made bad
yeah,
decisions
yeah.
because they haven't won.
Well, I don't know. Well, you know what the other thing is? Who the hell wants to manage the Angels? They blow every year. So
It's a beautiful place, though.
it it is, and you got the
It's
you
still
got
an
the Trouty.
attractive
You got
job.
Trouty out there.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but wow. Hey, I was gonna ask you this. So just one Yankee thing. There's one Yankee thing for you.
I knew it.
So the Yankees, their bullpen coach, they're not renewing his contract. All right.
Okay.
What could you do as a bullpen coach that would like cause them not to renew a contract?
Man, I mean, at the MLB level, you're really in charge of the pen. I mean, you are the one saying this guy's doing better than him on a daily basis. I would use him for the 3 inning. I'd use him for the one. I would use this guy as a lefty. It's kind of their decision. You have to remember the bullpen is in like another field the whole day. Like the head coach doesn't even walk over there half the time. I mean, sometimes as a pitcher, you would be surprised that the manager would even know who you are because you're just not around them. Everything comes from the bullpen coach is like your boy almost. He's right there with everybody. He knows all the day to day, and then he'll tell the pitching coach, and then the pitching coach relays it. So it is actually it has importance.
Okay. I was curious because I mean, of course, when I see them, I mean, you played pro ball, but when I see them, during the game, they're just kind of
They're not doing anything.
they're out
Yeah,
there and telling the guy to
yeah,
warm up basically. But I
yeah.
was shocked because they're like, well, we're not renewing, and it's like Boone's best friend too. But Uppers said, no, we're going a different direction. We're not going to renew him. I'm like, okay,
I imagine he was giving recommendations and how you've been saying all year their pen has sucked. I
yeah,
imagine it wasn't working out. You know what I mean? And
okay,
usually the bullpen guy is the assistant pitching coach, the pitching coach in training. So I mean, if you're not liking what he's doing now, you might as well
yeah.
get rid of him.
All right. And what about? So like, the other question I have is, at a pro level now, what is a hitting coach doing?
Oh, a ton. So the bullpen coach and the hitting coach are similar in that they are so hands-on with the players as compared to upper management, like the skipper or something else, like a rover or something. These guys are putting baseballs on tees at 7 a.m. They're looking at swings. The same thing as I was describing for the bullpen coach. His swing is off for the past 2 months. We're working on it. We don't know what's going on. They're continually tinkering and trying to get the most out of all their players and understanding what gets them in and out of slumps. Like there's a lot that goes into it, but those are the hands-on guys.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
They're very important because they also go a long way in determining what your clubhouse culture is like. They sort of draw the fences on what's sort of allowable in the clubhouse in some ways.
okay. Interesting. Like I said, during we don't get to see. I mean, you've seen
Yeah.
it, but we don't get to see like behind you. I see the
Yeah.
hitting coach in the dugout, like
Yeah.
saying
What you
something.
didn't see is from 10 a.m. to noon,
Yeah,
he was in the tunnels with all the hitters one by one, watching tape,
yeah.
talking about a lot of stuff. So
Interesting.
what you don't see is what they're doing.
Okay. So they're probably a lot
Yeah,
closer
they're
to the
very
players.
important.
Yeah.
Very important.
Okay. Good stuff. I was curious. No, I had to throw one Yankee thing in there. Come on, man.
Yeah, of
Um,
course.
hey, before we get rolling, I think what we should do is go ahead and give our call out to my boy Matthew
Yeah,
McConaughey.
I'm ready.
We're still working them. I think this is call out number 17. Believe it or not. And F1's in town this week, so he's probably here. Maybe somebody
he's
will.
definitely. I didn't think about that. He is here.
It's F1 weekend, so he'll be here. And somebody I'm not going to name who came up with a nice little song for me.
The mysterious professor, I think.
I'm going to try my best on this. This is now you gotta imagine this could be well, let's see, who was the singer on this? The hell was his name? Nothing but a G thing.
Snoop. It's Snoop.
It's not but it's Snoop. But I think it was somebody.
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre. So I'm going to do a couple verses here, just for you, Matthew McConaughey. Hoping you come and join us here at the Bunk and Pick Podcast. Got a seat at the table for you, brother. All right, whew, I got my chain. Wait a minute. I got my chain out.
Breathe in. Unique New
Bling.
York.
I got
Unique
my
New
bling.
York.
Got my bling out. All right, here we go, baby. Woo! All right, 1, 2, 3, and to the foe. Bunk and Pick rolling through the podcast door. Trying to get McConaughey sitting on the floor. All right. Say no more. Chilling in the mic zone, smooth on the tone. Two hosts talking real, never rolling alone. Texas heating the vibe, whiskey in the glass. If Matthew drops by, it's a first-class pass. He's the cool cat, laid back, never rushed. Philosophical talk, man, keep it hushed. From the big screen scene to the bunk routine, we got dreams so clean, like a new machine. It's nothing but a bunk thing, baby. Podcast real smooth, not crazy. Matthew on the mic, that's wavy. All right, sound amazing.
Oh my gosh, that's unrecognizable from the song. You sound like some crooner or something.
That's awesome.
I wonder if he's heard you and he's just been so repulsed. He's been like, "My God, what is this weirdo doing?"
I think you know what? I don't even know the guy. I envision him as like he's a cool. I don't know.
Yeah, I imagine he would laugh.
I would laugh. Hell, I think that was a good one. I like that one. Come on, I did the little.
You did. You got into it in the chorus where you needed
chorus.
to be.
There you go, brother. There you go. All right, hey, let's zoom. Let's go. Let's start off with some MLB.
Well, before you do that, I'm going to ask you a couple questions.
Oh, okay. Back to me. Let's
we got
go,
little
man.
mini segments.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
Beginning, middle, and end. I'm going to ask you 2 questions, and what
Okay.
I want you to do is I want you to answer the questions and what you think Nick answered the questions.
Oh.
So what would he say? How well do you know your co-host, your
Okay.
partner in
All
crime?
right, let's go.
What is his favorite movie?
Shit.
You were expecting sports.
Big. What's the thing? Big something in Little China. What's that one? Big. What's
Big
that?
Trouble, Little
Big
China?
Trouble in Little China.
Now, I might help you and say that I think that might be Greg's.
Okay.
I think that's a big G, not a Nick. So I'll give you another guess because I know we're all confused.
Oh man, it's got to be an older movie. Am I right?
Well, it's not like ancient, but it's just certainly when Nick was in like high school or middle school.
Holy Snikey's favorite movie. Gosh, you know what? I don't know. What did he
Well,
say?
you gotta throw a guess.
I got okay, I'm gonna say it's not Karate Kid. That's not him.
Never heard him talk about that movie.
He's a Seinfeld guy for TV. I know that, but movies.
Yeah, but I didn't say TV show.
I know he didn't. Gosh, not Big Trouble in Little China.
Well, you can go with that as your guess.
I'm going with that.
It's really close. It's The Big Lebowski. That's why I was trying to give you another guess.
Are you kidding me? That's his favorite movie?
That's what he texted me.
Oh my God. I would not have guessed that.
All right, we'll
He
do
never
one
talks
more.
about it.
I know, never. Maybe you saw it last week.
Wow.
Is he Star Wars or Star Trek guy?
Oh, he's okay. Let me qualify it.
Go for it.
He's not old Star Trek. He's a
You call him a fake Trekkie?
no, he doesn't like the original Star Trek. I believe he's a more
He's a modern.
modern guy. What's his name? Look friggin' guy. I don't know. I like the original guy. The bald-headed dude.
Jean-Luc Picard.
Jean-Luc Picard. He's a Picard guy.
Jean-Luc?
I think he's a
Picard
Picard guy.
He said Star Trek, but he didn't qualify it with modern.
Oh, trust
That
me.
doesn't surprise me. Though.
Absolutely hates the old one.
Well, we can do one more right now.
Yeah.
We can do one, and we'll save the others.
All right.
Because I got a little list here. What would Pick say his favorite, or no, I'm not sorry, not his favorite, the best classic movie monster is?
Best classic. I'm gonna go Creature from the Black Lagoon.
You nailed it.
Woo! All
nailed it.
right.
All right, so now he answered some questions that I asked him in hopes that he could answer what you would answer.
Okay,
That's
all right.
confusing. How many chili dogs? So remember, you're answering for your own
Okay.
answer. How many chili dogs could you eat at a 2-hour casual barbecue party?
I gotta be honest. I can wolf down some dogs. I'm gonna say 2 hours.
Chili
gonna
dogs,
say
2-hour barbecue casual party. Weather's great.
12.
Weather's great.
12.
Wow.
They're only like 2 bites though, man. There you go.
For you.
I could eat 12.
Nick said you would say none because you don't like chili dogs.
Oh, I do like chili dogs.
All right, we'll get to the other ones later.
Bastard.
12 chili dogs.
Oh, I could eat. Well, it's 2
And you would
hours.
still be at the party? That's a
I,
lot.
I
Oh my
could eat.
God.
I could eat chili. I love chili dogs.
I
All
have
right.
to be somebody else or at my own party and find my own toilet after that.
Well, I didn't say it was going to go to the toilet. All right, hey, let's cover. So MLB playoffs got. We got one surprise story and one probably not surprise. So Toronto and Seattle are all knotted up at two each, and it's kind of funny because Seattle won 2 at Toronto. Toronto's won 2 at Seattle, and then tonight's game is in Seattle, game 5. Have you watched any of the games?
Yeah, playoff baseball I'm in. That's my favorite time to jump on. I don't like the middle of the summer when it doesn't really mean anything. I like now because every at bat means something.
Yeah.
The crowd's really into it. And I know you didn't ask me, but I think Seattle in this one. They're looking good. The dumper's not super hot, but he's hitting. The whole team's hitting. Their team is ridiculous.
But they just got, you know what? It's so weird though. They just got beat. Well, they got crushed yesterday. But
yeah, they did get crushed last night.
I've turned around. I you know what? I'm okay with either team, but Seattle hasn't
Same.
been. I'd like to see Seattle do it. I'd
like to see them also, but Toronto's they're great too.
Toronto's got a good team.
Got a good team, yeah.
And Seattle hasn't hit the last couple games, but we'll see. I'm rooting for Seattle. The other side, Milwaukee is doing absolutely nothing as a Dodgers.
Yeah, they're done.
Yeah, they're down 3-0. That's I mean.
Yeah.
And they got
the Dodgers are striking hot when it matters most. They look great. Their pitching staff looks really good.
Their pitching staff looks good, and they up and down the lineup they hit. It's you know what, I argue with Nick a bunch of times about them, but once they got to the playoffs, they're a totally different team, man. They are locked in, and it's gross. They're not losing.
I will say Seattle and Toronto are better hitting teams than Milwaukee, both of them, in my opinion.
Yeah, Milwaukee's doing nothing, man.
Like no power. They beat the Cubs, right?
Yep.
And I thought that Milwaukee would win that series because of the power of the bats over Chicago. I think by the end of it, you could say Chicago was right there power-wise with them, and Milwaukee's showing nothing against a great Dodgers team. But it's playoff baseball, and they're showing nothing.
No, they got. And I think Ohtani's on the mound for the Dodgers tonight.
Yeah, that's the problem with it. It's every night.
It is
every night. That Sasaki guy is crazy.
He looks like he's like 15 years old out there.
Yeah, he looks really young. Yeah.
But he does throw good. And Mizorowski was pitching for Milwaukee. Like, hey, that dude, come on, he looks like the nerd in science class that you had in high school.
But he's like 6'5", the 6'5" nerd.
I know, and he throws pure heat. He's
pure heat.
He's good, man.
I haven't seen him throw before the other day, and I was very impressed with him as well. He reminds me of like the Chris Sale type body, but a very different type pitcher than Sale.
Yeah, good pitcher. He's just like a goofy kid out there, though. Like, just kind of a good. But I think Milwaukee's done. I think the series in Toronto and Seattle, that's going to be a good series. I think it's going to looks like it may go 7, and hopefully one of those teams can give the Dodgers a little push, because the Dodgers, it's gross up and down the lineup what they do. I mean, all those guys can hit. every one of them. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going into a series with Dodgers, I think you have to realistically and in your heart of hearts know that they're gonna get 2 wins just because they're gonna get 2 wins. So you're
Yeah,
really battling for those other games.
yeah, well, they're good. What else can you say? All right, that's
Yeah.
all we got. We'll come back to you guys and let you know what happened. By the time we do the next one, we'll have the World Series teams
Maybe World Series. Yeah,
all
there's a
going.
week break. Is that right? Or 2 weeks maybe?
No, no, no. They don't take it. They don't take a big break.
It's just the next weekend.
Uh, they'll go. Well, they plan for 7. They pre-plan for 7 games. So let's see. This is 5, 6. They'll start during the week next week at some point. I can't. I'd have to look at the
Yeah.
schedule, but they don't give them a
That's
lot of.
fun.
There's not a lot of rest.
We're already. I mean, we just blinked and we're already to Halloween, holidays,
I know.
World Series. We're halfway through the seasons of football. I feel like I'm still excited for it to start, and it's halfway over.
I know football's going fast, and hockey just started, and it's like going crazy. And I know Nick's the big soccer guy, but every time I look at sports news, and I don't know a ton about soccer, but there's a lot of soccer stuff going on all over the world too. So a lot of cool stuff, and then basketball starting. I think did it start already or?
I saw it on TV. Like I don't know if it's preseason or scrimmages or D League. I don't know what it was, but it was on TV. I didn't watch it, but I saw it on the
Yeah,
thing.
I think it's starting. All right, hey, let's flip over. Let's hit a little NFL. And did you, by any chance, you get a chance to watch that game last night with the 2 old timers?
I saw the last maybe 8 minutes of the fourth quarter. I was out, and by the time I got back, that's all I caught. And it's funny you worded it like that because my only statement is they need to give Rogers a better uniform or helmet. He
I was
looks
thinking
ancient.
that too.
His uniform looks like it got shipped from 65. Like, where they gotta help this guy. He's
His
gotta shave before the game
his head,
or
his
let
head,
it grow out or something.
his head inside that helmet. He looks like he's 60. He looks friggin' older than me. He looks 60 years old or something in there. He looks horrible inside a helmet, man. Good game though. It was actually a good game. And
It was a good
Flacco.
game.
The
I
thing
felt
with
bad for
Flacco,
Rodgers actually because he played well and he had that
yeah,
touchdown pass, and you felt like they were going to win. I think there was a minute 52 or something, and I think after the second play they had already gotten like 20 yards, maybe off a penalty, and
Yeah.
Rodgers was just shaking his head.
Oh, he knew. You
was
could.
over.
You knew. You knew it was coming. It was funny because I think Kurt Herbstreit is he's from Ohio, and he was when they when they went up 30-24. He was saying, "I'm just telling you, everybody in Ohio right now is thinking it's going to end at 31-30. That's how defeated they all are." And then they got 31. But Flacco, dude, can still play, man. I like him, and he ran the ball a little bit.
I think for those NFL quarterbacks, these guys who are lasting forever, they're not scramblers, they're pocket passers, and they just release the ball and get the ball out so quick.
They do.
That's the key. The key is
Oh.
to just get it off of you and to somebody else as fast as possible.
Yeah, it was great. It was actually a very fun game, which I wouldn't have thought, to be honest with you. I mean, I kind of watching it off and on between that and baseball, but
Mhm.
not a bad game. So they did end up winning. So I guess they're back in the playoff hunt at 3-4, which is kind
Well,
of
yeah, what
crazy.
does it take in the NFL? Like 500 for the most part, you can consider yourself
Yeah,
in contention.
and they're in the same division. That's not the strongest division in the world either. They got
It's
Browns,
kind of a
them.
bummer. You want football for you to have like a 750 winning percentage or something. For
Yeah.
some reason it feels weird to know you lost half your games and you're in the football playoffs.
Yeah, they're still. I mean, I guess anybody. The thing, even if you look at the Dolphins, I think they're 1-5. I mean, so
What's
they're
going
not
on
going
with that coach? He's like it's looked like he's on that movie Thinner. He's like going away. He's just disappearing on screen. His cheekbones are popping more than ever, dude. I don't know if
I
he's
don't
on
know.
some crazy keto. He looks like he's losing it.
He, I'm shocked that he hasn't been let go. And that whole, I mean, you see Tua came out and he kind of, bashed his teammates, and which is never a good thing to do publicly. And I don't, they're in bad shape down there and with the Dolphins. I don't know.
They were looking. What happened to them? They were on their way up.
They were on their way up. They had a great offense. They were
Was it
scoring
the
a lot of
Tua
points.
concussion? Is that what just stopped them?
No, I don't know. They still have. I mean, they still have
Yeah, players.
Shane. Back there, they got running the ball. They just.
Like Gesicki, is he still there?
I don't know if he's
Or
still there or not.
Fryermuth? They had one of the Penn State tight ends there. Maybe they
It's
moved on.
yeah. Fryermuth is with Pittsburgh. He was there last night.
That's right.
Yeah. I don't know. They're. I don't know. They fell apart, and there's too much crap going on there for them to win. They're gonna be done.
Yeah, that coach, he's looking. I don't know if he's stressed or if that's some fad diet, but man, he's not looking good. Not looking good.
He doesn't look good. But we got the game. Let's see what games we got coming up this week. We got some interesting games, I think. So the Rams are going to be at Jacksonville, and they're playing for the a millionth time in London, England.
I'm so sick of these overseas games. You know what? They're nice because you can wake up and watch a game almost right
Yeah.
when you wake up. That's really nice. But like I was it the Vikings 2 weeks in a row?
Yeah, there was. Yep.
There's like a featuring your product, to other markets, and then there's moving in teams, like they have to uproot everything and their families to go satisfy this other market, which you have the biggest market here. It makes no sense to me to do this many games.
No, and it's funny coming because we're into sports and I had it on last weekend and Mom was asking me, she's, oh, are they which is it makes sense to ask this question if you're not like really in it. She goes, oh, are they trying to form teams over there? And I said, no,
Exactly.
They
That's
don't
that's
give
what
a
I'm saying.
shit.
It's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, they probably are. They absolutely are in talks to expand the league internationally. I guarantee that.
Oh God,
I'm not saying it's going to happen like next year, but I could guarantee that they've discussed that at a table.
Oh, absolutely. They're trying. I mean, I don't know. It's just I remember. I know they've done this for a while. I don't remember it being every single weekend now. It's been every weekend, which is crazy.
Every weekend.
And Jacksonville's been over there already too. This is their or they were, I don't know, maybe in wherever they were in Brazil or whatever, but this isn't their first trip over either. So it's kind of a shitty thing for the players. I mean, last week's game, I don't know if you watched, that was like unwatchable with the Jets, minus 10 yards passing or some shit.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
In front of like maybe 20,000 fans or
Oh,
whatever.
it was friggin' bad. So we got them in Jacksonville.
I'm honestly, before you go on, I'm surprised we haven't done one in Saudi Arabia. Everything's in the Saudi Arabia now.
Oh, that's true. That's true. God, I know
Everything.
What would I don't know off the top of my head. What would that plane trip be like? I wonder how many hours would that be? I wonder.
Oh my God. You know what? Let's make a guess. Let's
I
guess
mean-
right now. I'm going to guess. Is it over 24 hours? I don't think it is. I'm going to say 18 hours. 18 hours.
It's got to be something like crazy like that, right? I mean,
Oh, yeah. The question is over or under 24.
yeah. I mean,
Got to be under, I think, 24
God.
from Austin.
that would be brutal.
God,
That
we're
would be
idiots. We could just look it
freak-
up.
Yeah, no, we could. It's no fun to do that.
I'm not going to look.
I'm
Even
not
though I
I
answered,
ain't
I'm
looking
not
it
going to
up.
look it
I
up.
don't give a shit. All right. Hey, let's quickly go through these. So New Orleans and Chicago. Caleb Williams playing a little bit better. I still like
You
New
know
Orleans.
what? I've got some thoughts on him. I know I cut you off like 3
Yeah, no,
sentences
go ahead.
ago. He's kind of winning me over a little bit, and I don't like it because
He's winning you over?
I mean, as a person, yes, he is. He's approaching it much more professionally. At least what I've seen in the past few weeks. He did a after the game interview, and they won, of course, so he's super happy. But he kind of checked all the boxes, and that was my issue with him. Is he didn't do that stuff. He was very selfish, and I didn't think he would do that. So I don't know about play on the field, but I'm not gonna just sit here and say he's a trash person like I was before.
No, yeah, maybe he's grown up a little bit. I mean, matured
Yeah.
and
What's his year 3, 2?
This is year 3,
2
isn't it?
maybe. I don't know.
No, this is only year 2.
2.
I think he
Yeah.
came out, Jaden Daniels, they all came out together. I think Jaden, that was last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've watched him play. He's okay. He's just like a regular player now. He doesn't have
Yeah.
any baggage with him that I can see. I mean, so
Hmm.
they look better. I kind of like New Orleans. I like I like Spencer Rattler. I don't think he's going to get a, too much of a shot, but it's not him. He's not the reason they're losing. But they stay in every game. It's going to be a good game. I think that'll be a pretty good game.
Yeah. I don't really have any thoughts on New Orleans. I honestly haven't watched them for a full game, so I can't really speak to them. But I'm looking now, and Chicago has almost a 70% chance to win, and I don't think Chicago's great. So
No,
I think that's saying a lot about New Orleans.
yeah, New Orleans has one win, but they stay in games. I
Yeah.
will say this: they do stay in games. They're not like totally blown out. Miami, we just talked about Miami. How about this game, Miami and Cleveland? Jesus, I think Cleveland. Honestly, I think they beat them. To be honest, I just Miami's just. I think they're giving up at this point. That's
Yeah,
my
it kind of
guess.
seems like it's going to crumble, you know?
Yeah, I know.
And
I
Cleveland,
agree.
I didn't think they were horrific. I thought they weren't very good, but I think they're good enough to beat what I saw out of Miami.
Yeah. And we'll just pick a couple more. How about we got to do this one for Jason? Philadelphia at Minnesota. I
Philly got
always
their first loss last week, right?
no, they got 2 losses. They lost 2 in a row.
Oh,
They
2
lost the last 2.
losses. Oh, knocked
No
down a little
offense,
peg.
0
What's the thoughts
offense.
about that? Are they terrible now?
No, they're not. They don't have any offense. I mean, it's just like zero on the offensive side. Saquon's not. He's not able to run the ball. Lions not doing what they need to. I don't know if JJ McCarthy's is playing for Minnesota or not. He's been prolonged out, and they're playing in Minnesota. That's gonna be a good game. I think Philly's favored by 2.5, which they should be. I mean, they got to fix it, but they've lost 2 in a row now, so they're.
I thought Wentz was doing pretty good. I know. Seems like a bad time to face Wentz in Minnesota. You're
Yeah,
coming off 2 losses,
he's-
but I mean, I don't think I can go against Philadelphia.
I
They still
yeah.
have such good players, though. I need to see the coach really mess things up before I jump off that bandwagon.
Their defense, I'll tell you what, their defense isn't playing great, and their offense, it's kind of a weird. But they think, wasn't it last year? They took like a dip, and everybody was on them, and then of course, they stormed back, and they have the players, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But
They probably know they have the players, and they have a long-term plan to the playoffs.
yeah, oh yeah, and look, the division they're in, Dallas keeps losing, which they lost to friggin'
Yeah, they're
the
looking
Panthers.
worse and worse. Are you ready to just disown them? Can we get this out of the way right now?
I got to Am I jumping back? Am I jumping back on the Giants? Maybe
Do you?
I could.
Well, you have other teams. So
I
the
know.
Cowboys were your number one.
No, they weren't my number one. I like the Chargers. Chargers still probably number one.
It seems like you're leaning Jacksonville.
I like
although they're playing the
Jacksonville.
Chargers.
I like Jacksonville. I like to keep my hand in that division, though.
No, you never mention the 49ers. You never mention them.
I'm a like. I don't hate. I
You're a
don't.
Montana fan.
I'm okay with the 49ers. I don't dislike them. I'm not a big fan of theirs. I don't know. I might have to jump back on my Giants since they got the Scattaboo going and Jackson Dart. They look pretty good. Young team. I don't know.
Just don't be a Cowboys guy.
All
Like,
right.
You're on year one of being a Cowboys fan, and you're already teetering.
But
you
we're
know?
gonna go. What's gonna happen? We're gonna go
You're
back
already
up.
living the
We're gonna go.
Cowboys life.
We're gonna go back to Frisco, and I'm gonna
Yeah,
walk
we
on
are.
that. I'm gonna walk on that
It's
little
a march.
playoff, that little area
You're
again, and I'm gonna come back with another hat and go.
You're
What
gonna
the
have
hell?
A damn good dinner at one of those restaurants.
I know.
Maybe pick up some cards at the shop.
I know. I will say this. I don't. I went from. I actually liked. A long time ago, I liked Dallas when they had Troy Aikman in them, and then I hated them, like really hated them for a long time. And now I think I'm not like they're not my number one team, but I don't mind them anymore. I can, I like Dak Prescott. I mean, I hope he does well.
Yeah, I think Dak's fine. For me to jump on the Cowboys, I need to see a complete overhaul. I need to see Jerry Jones gone, like a complete restart. Whatever that
Yeah.
happens, I think that I'll give them a chance.
Well, it's gonna be a while because his son's
Yeah, I
gonna
know.
take
everybody's
over it.
dug in there,
I will
yeah.
tell you, the one team that I think is rising for me. I've always liked. Okay, I do like a lot of teams.
And just fandom for personal fandom.
Personally, is Tampa Bay because I like Baker Mayfield.
Oh well, Baker erases all of the hatred I had for Tampa Bay and how stupid I thought a lot of their teams were.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Baker fan.
I love him, man. I love watching him play.
He look. I don't know if I heard it from you. Maybe I did. Maybe I'm stealing it from you guys. But he looks like he's playing college on the NFL field.
He does.
And like, and it took him a long time to get there to understand the NFL game and the speed and to be able to play like that. It's really impressive. And he's still the guy. I think you've said this 9 times. If I had a guy and a minute 12 to go, I'm going to give it to Baker Mayfield.
You have to, because he can run, he can get away from guys, he can
I just
pass.
don't. You would pick Mahomes, but I just wouldn't pick Mahomes right now.
I
I'd
wouldn't
go
pick Mahomes anymore.
Yeah.
You know what, Mahomes, it's kind of weird. Mahomes isn't like, he's not an old guy. He's been around a while, but he's still young.
Yeah.
But he just doesn't seem to have like the same speed and stuff
Well,
going.
what's this year like 10 for him? Or he's been playing a while.
He's
I don't know if
been,
it's actually
I
10.
think
We'll call
it's
it 8 years.
8 or 9, something like that.
He's gotten a bunch of contracts. I'm pretty sure he's got kids and he's married, and I'm
Yeah.
sure he's put on some weight. Like what is he chasing? Why does he have to run
Yeah.
half a second faster? He's accomplished everything.
Well, he has.
He's in the Hall of Fame already.
Oh, absolutely. Great quarterback. He's done a lot. And I was talking to, like, last week when I was talking to Nick, I watched him play the team. They played a lot better last weekend, but they just look slow. The whole team looks slow and old. And
That's like year 5 of the team. I mean, these guys are 5 years older. In football terms, that's like cat years, dude. These guys are like 30 years older on the field.
I don't disagree. Well, it's gonna be, it's gonna be a good game, because I like Jared Goff at Detroit.
Yeah, he's good.
I like him, especially because the Rams I thought they screwed. Even they're not gonna say they screwed him, because they got Stafford and then they won the Super Bowl. But they kind of kicked him to the curb. He went to Detroit, and he's been on fire, man. I love him. And they play Tampa this week, so that should be a pretty good game.
Good one,
Yeah, that'll be a good game on. I don't know if that's Monday. I think it's Monday. They're doing these double Monday night games too, which is
the
hell
do
is going-
Thursday doubles? No, I think it's just Mondays.
it's just
I feel like
Mondays.
they used to do that. No, that's a new thing.
They have done it in the
I feel like
past.
they've done it.
They just seem to be doing more.
like an East Coast and a West Coast game, right?
Yeah, it's Tampa. Yeah, Tampa, Detroit, and then it's Houston at Seattle. So
I like that.
I don't mind it. I mean, I like watching the games. So
Good for the West Coast people who live out there.
I know. Have you? Well, you've been. It's weird. When I was like a teenager, we used to go visit out there to California. That grandfather knew a guy, and it's so weird. On Sunday, you wake up, and the games are starting like at 9 o'clock in the morning. So it's not even. It's actually not very fun.
That's what I was saying. It's good for. I know we complained about late night West Coast football, but I mean it's 7 o'clock for them.
I know. I don't mind it. But I'm not going to go through the picks, because
Well, I just had to. I had a couple questions about NFL. I'm not a huge NFL guy, but I have some steaming questions here. What's going on with Lamar Jackson?
Well, he's got a hamstring injury.
Is he just not playing good? It's the injury that's
No. Well, he hadn't played.
He
He hasn't played the last couple weeks. I don't know if he's playing this week or not.
Okay.
He's still, when he's good, he's still him. Their now talk about like fell off the cliff. Their defense is unbelievably bad. They're giving up lots and lots and lots of points. And usually they have, that's kind of their thing. And they, they have a great defense. The Ravens do. They don't this year. And even when Lamar was playing, if he scored 20, they gave up 35. It was like gross. They're not even close at games anymore. I got to think.
Maybe it's like a rebuild and let him sit and heal type thing.
Yeah, I don't think they're not going to. There's no reason to rush him back. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not sure if he's playing this week or not, but there's no reason.
Just a freak show.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he's a good player. But the team is really, really bad.
All right, second burning question this is a really random one. Recap me on the John Gruden story real quick. He's not coaching. He's doing nothing, right? He got in trouble for something, right?
They found some. I think they were investigating something. They went through some emails, and they found some inappropriate emails that they weren't investigating him. They found the emails that he wrote. Inappropriate, whatever. But
like a coworker?
No, I think he said I think he said some things to somebody about like the commissioner, but the words he used weren't great. Let me put it that way. But they
Okay,
should
but nothing disgusting.
no. And the thing
Okay.
was, his deal is they shouldn't have been looking at anything he did. He wasn't the one under investigation, and so
I
they
see.
kind of left him thing. So he he's not going to coach again. But I don't know if actually this is a good lead in because I wanted to ask you about it. So he's actually on bar stools now, um, and he's
Maybe
great.
that's why maybe subconsciously I saw it and I brought him up. I was just curious about him. I think somebody also mentioned, like, what if John Gruden was the Penn State coach? And I was like, I don't think he can be. I thought he did
Well, I
something
mean,
horrible.
I think he wanted to get back in coaching. I think
So he's a barstool personality now?
he's on their, I don't know, like on Instagram and stuff. I think his name is Barstool Gruden or some shit. And he's a really fun guy, and he's great to watch videos of for him. But I was going to ask you, have you ever watched any of the Barstool stuff?
I mean, you can't avoid it if you're in the sports ecosystem. I mean, it gets put right in front of your face. But no, I've never like sat down and downloaded an episode and listened to whatever a podcast or a show. I don't like that style of, I don't even know what it is, whatever you call that. I don't like Dave Portnoy either. So
That was my question. He's not a likable guy.
no, I
How
mean,
did he turn into this unbelievably wealthy dude off of this Barstools thing?
yeah, because he's a dick and he put all him just being an asshole on camera when that was prior to YouTube, really. He was one of the first people to like put himself on camera and do stupid stuff and say ridiculous things and young people. I even remember myself at the time. I think I was in college when it started. I mean, it's like young with politics now. They get pushed and pulled into all this crazy stuff and that's it. He just built a huge fan base because people wanted to see him just say ridiculous
Oh my
things.
god.
It was
He is
because remember
he's
there was nobody else doing that at the time. And
he's
now he's
annoying.
famous because of his pizza reviews and he's such a
I
dick about it.
that's what keeps popping. I say I've never watched any of the shows, but his stuff keeps popping up
Yeah, the clips
in
and
all the
stuff. Yeah,
feed,
you can't
and
avoid it.
the pizza stuff does. But he's a massive dick. I mean,
He's a
Jesus.
horrible person.
I don't get it at
I
all.
don't so here's I know you didn't ask me this. ESPN hires Pat McAfee, right?
Yeah.
Sorry. They hired Pat McAfee. They understand that he is a gigantic legal liability. So they wrap his show in all the disclaimers saying this is a comedy thing, views expressed or these guys only, and the way they talk is how adults talk. There's like a way that they frame the McAfee show. So I thought Pat McAfee was sort of a unique, one-off type thing. He never to me goes so far over the line to where it's like get this animal off the screen. Like he does get close a
Yeah.
lot, but a lot of it is an actual kind of good, it's in good humor. Portnoy is the opposite. So Fox hires Portnoy to counter that for their big noon show because they don't want, they're trying to compete with College Game Day. But they get a giant asshole that everybody hates and has horrible takes.
I know.
And it just makes me pissed off because now probably CBS is going to go hire the next podcaster. And now our entire lives are run by podcasters. And here we are on a podcast.
I know it is. He's just the thing came up where Portnoy bought this like massive bazillion-dollar mansion down in Florida, and
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
going, what? This guy is the biggest asshole I've
You
ever
remember that at the
seen.
time he was one of the first. I know I just said this, but along with that came subscriptions. People were sending money. It was like pre-Patreon, and they
Wow.
revolutionized the whole thing. So he has so much money, it's ridiculous.
I will say this. You brought Pat McAfee up.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of the yelling and screaming, and I agree with you. He doesn't. He's different than Portnoy. He does it. He's
because when
close.
you watch him, he still shades to like the acceptable side.
He does. But I was watching an interview with Herb Street, and he was saying they were in a production meeting where ESPN wanted to cut like a bunch of funding for the support guys,
I heard this. Yeah,
and he just said straight up, he said, no, I'll pay him myself. Don't even worry about them. I'll pay him. And then of course, they come back. No, Pat, you don't pay him. We'll pay him. So, you got to,
Yeah.
he's not,
Well, you get that feeling about him.
Yeah.
Like, he has terrible takes too. Like, he says stuff and he takes his shirt off and chugs beers on TV, and you're like, oh, sometimes I wish it is funny. I wish you wouldn't do this. You're kind of hurting the image a little bit, but it's so fun. And it's always like in good humor.
yeah.
I don't know how else to describe it. Like, I'm not a huge fan of Pat McAfee. I don't watch his show, and I'm not excited to see him as the Lee Corso replacement, but I don't have any like negative feeling towards him like I do towards Portnoy.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, I think McAfee is a good guy behind the scenes, and I think he puts his persona on and does his thing.
Maybe Portnoy's great too, but that's just not the character he's built.
I got to be honest.
on
I don't
screen.
think I think he's a dick.
Yeah, probably not. But I mean, maybe this guy goes home and you know what?
Yeah,
When the camera lights come on, who knows what happens? To
yeah,
those people.
that's true. All right, hey, that was good. I did want to bring that up. I did want to bring the Portnoy thing up because I don't watch him, but I do get the Gruden. If you don't get the Gruden feeds, you should go.
He was such a character that he disappeared and
unbelievably entertaining. Dude, the other one that's unbelievably entertaining, and I don't know if you've seen any of these clips of Will Clark is, oh my God, he's
Baseball Will Clark.
Baseball Will Clark. I thought he was like this All-American kid. I thought he was like this All-American guy. Holy smokes! Look up some of he's on a bunch of podcasts. He is, he's brutal, man. He's funny, brutal, talking about like the baseball players today and all this shit. He was the one that was supposed to be going out there to help Devers. Was when he went out to. He was going to help him play first base, and then he never showed up. And he was like, "Fucking guy." But if you get a chance, go check some of his out. He is freaking hilarious. But that's not he's not this All-American guy you saw when he was playing.
It's fun to see the old. I'm sure the other sports are like this, but there's like a old baseball personality that no matter where any of these guys came from, they all have a little bit of this thing in them that's old baseball, and they're all kind of dicks and they curse and they're really funny, and they're just like people you would love to hang out with and have a couple beers with.
And he is definitely one. Oh,
yeah,
that was good stuff. All right, it's time, Gary.
Well, hold on.
Okay, it's not time.
I got some questions.
I got to get a drink. Hold on. Go ahead.
Okay. Back to what would Nick say? Your partner in crime. What is pick team Tom Selleck or team Hasselhoff? Remember, there's an age gap there.
Wait. That he is or I am?
No, that he is. What would your partner pick say? Is he team Hasselhoff or Selleck?
So here's the thing. I know Hasselhoff's newer, but he knows I love me some Tom Selleck on Magnum PI. I'm hoping it got through.
Grow up with Selleck.
I know. Did he? Okay. I think you're trying
Hasselhoff was Baywatch for us.
We
were looking at little shorts on Selleck, and we were looking at Baywatch bikinis. There's a difference.
I'm still going. You know what? I'm still going Selleck. Who is he? Is he a Hasselhoffer?
No, he said he's a Hasselhoff.
Oh man! I tried to win him over.
All right, two more. Who's his favorite Seinfeld character?
Newman.
No, it's Costanza.
It is Costanza. I knew it was Costanza. I thought it was a trick question. Everybody loves Costanza.
Who is his favorite Yankee of all time?
He freaking hates the Yankees, bastard.
He picked a good one. He picked a good one that I don't think he's not a traditional guy.
Not a traditional guy?
I'm just going to throw that out.
Okay, is he? Let me ask you this:
extremely well known.
Position player or pitcher?
Ooh, that's narrowing it.
If it's a pitcher, oh, you know who it is? It's first baseman. Son of a bitch, I'm the Yankee guy.
He's an outfielder.
Outfielder.
He was an outfielder.
I'm gonna go.
That's a lot of narrowing just in that.
I mean, it's gotta be like Mickey Mantle.
No, he's not the traditional guys.
Well, who else was in the outfield? Shit.
Well, you got to think out of the box. I think he played with Bernie Williams. Here, I'm just about to give you the answer.
I almost gave you Bernie Williams there.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites.
Is he a player that came from Asian?
Yes.
Is it
Do you remember his name?
No, I can't.
That's what's holding you back.
It is. I
It's
know who
Godzilla, Hideki
got.
Matsui.
Yeah, okay, that's yep. I knew it. I could see his face and everything. That's
All
his
right, you ready
favorite
for it?
Yankee player? Oh my
Well, that's
god.
what he texted me.
All right. Wow.
Maybe he wanted to trip you up. I don't know.
Bastard.
Here's the last question that I asked him of how you would answer.
Okay.
You ready? What is the maximum acceptable amount of deviled eggs that you can eat at someone else's party?
Oh, someone else's party?
What is the maximum? If somebody saw you eat X amount,
It's
what's
like
the difference
it's like a
between acceptable to
Seinfeld
embarrass?
episode with my George Costanza. I'm gonna say okay. I know how many I'd like to eat because I like them.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's not the
say
question.
I'm gonna say 2.
Really? I was gonna say 3. You could sneak a fourth, maybe.
I don't know. You know what? Here's what I'm picturing. They put the little plate. You know those little plates.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
have a spot
the
for each one.
indentions
If
for
you ate
each egg.
4 of those, holy shit! You just ate like a third of them. I'm going. I
Plate.
still. I still have to go 2.
You eat 2, and then you're like a sad puppy looking at the rest.
Well, I would because I freaking love them. But
I
yeah,
know.
Yeah,
Alright,
if
that
at,
was it
at
for my
home be a
question.
different story. But on the road, it'd be 2.
Yeah.
Sadly.
All right, let's move on.
All right, hey, let's do it. Let's jump in to
let's
this
do it.
Penn State firing of young Jimmy Franklin.
Yeah, he is pretty young, actually.
Yeah, he is. He's.
I don't know how old he is, but I don't think he's 50 yet, is he? He's maybe
I don't
50,
think so. Can't
upper
imagine.
40s. Yeah.
He looks young. I don't know. So, what's your give us as a Penn State alumni with some inside information? Give us your take on this whole thing.
It's so weird because now that we've had time, I was so angry, but my thoughts have always been, and it hasn't changed, that it's been time for him to go. I think that you last time were saying it was a short leash, and I'm here to argue that it's been the longest leash ever, because you have to view James Franklin as a total amount. You can't look at it of he was in the playoffs last year, and that's a hard argument to overcome. It makes no sense if you're like Boise State or something and you see they made it to the semifinals and they sacked them after 3 games. Like, what? The reality of it is James Franklin has won 0 top 5 games in 12 years at Penn State. They get one of those yearly. Those are almost yearly games.
Right?
He's won 4 of 21 top 10 games at Penn State. You're getting 4, maybe 5 of those a year on, in a really tough year, 3 on an easy year. The guy was just not winning. And I think that as a Penn State fan, you got so tired of when he first signed on, people used to call him the used car salesman. And I think because he's real flashy and gets out front and he sells his team really, he's a great image for a university. And you don't ever hear about scandals really. If they're happening, they're not that bad. I don't hear about like sexual stuff.
Right.
If it happens, I don't hear about it, and the kids are graduating. So I think that Pat Kraft, the athletic director, had a meeting the other day, which you wanted to talk about, Pat Kraft, I think. And I think he said the correct thing, that Penn State, regardless of his own personal opinions, whether he likes James Franklin or not, has thrown a tremendous amount of backing to win championships. And at some point, it goes beyond just your personal feelings, and you owe it to the fan base, you owe it to the donors, you owe it to the players and the coaches and everybody involved to do the best you can. And I think that the fans, we've been checked out for 3 years, that Franklin got us here, but he's not going to get us there. And finally, management and Pat Kraft have said, we understand. NIL has become an issue. We're sinking money into a coach that will not get us an end goal. And I think that brings up the aftermath here. Everybody's leaving Penn State. The recruiting class is crumbling. We have an interim guy. We paid him the $50 million, which is like nothing. I'm sure they came up with that in 1 minute. That's like nothing. So I think that you want to see just a complete rebuild. I'm excited to see somebody young come in. I don't want to see a salesman. I want to see somebody really young who's grown up in NIL, who knows how to go get players, transfer players, recruit the Pennsylvania, the Northeast area really, really well. But we've been terrible in the portal. We've got to get better portal presence. We've got to pay the right kids the right amount of money, and we need a coach who understands that. And then at the end of the day, is going to not blow up on the field and get in the way and lose to. He's only beaten Ohio State one time, and that was on a blocked punt return for a touchdown the last second of the game. So I think we were done. I was really happy to see it. Watching them lose to Northwestern, I was texting you guys. You knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
That was the first time the broadcast showed the cars in the third quarter. There was traffic leaving that stadium. If you've ever been there, nobody leaves. They were beating Northwestern at the time because everybody knew it was over. Like win
Yeah.
or lose, the team took a dump and they lost in their minds. It was time to move on.
Okay. Couple. So
That's a long one, but
no. I have I don't disagree with anything you said. The only thing I have a little bit of a problem with Kraft because his comments were, it wasn't just the the 3 games this year or whatever. We've been thinking about this and
Yeah.
all the things you said. But here's the issue I know he's saying that, but he let him hire Jim Knowles for 3.1 million.
Yeah, highest coordinator in the
Yeah.
country.
So so if that was the case, and that's kind of odd. They're paying a bunch of the players. To me though, what I didn't realize is that Franklin was only bringing in like 6 guys, NIL guys in the portal. He really wasn't using the portal at all.
Yeah, we've not been a portal team.
No, I mean, I think
I wouldn't say we are.
No, I was looking at who they brought in. So his last 4 portal classes were ranked 82nd, 53rd, 58th, and 41st nationally.
And you know where he's brought in the most?
Wide receiver.
Wide receiver.
And none of them have worked out.
He doesn't even throw to him.
I thought it was funny because no offense to Kent State, but one of the wide receivers he had brought in was from Kent State. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. His big NIL guy, he brought in Chop Robinson from Maryland.
Mhm.
And he
Really
brought
good.
in
really good.
AJ Harris, cornerback from Georgia. But I
Who
think,
was supposed to be a first rounder and they benched him last week. So
and I believe those are literally the only 2 in while Ohio State and Michigan are bringing in quarterbacks and impact players. So
Penn State
I
has
agree.
brought in 0 transfer quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Not even a backup.
Yeah, I get it. I did not know that. I just, from an outsider, I assume they're Penn State. They have a ton of money. They must be throwing a bunch of money at the portal guys. And for whatever reason, he does recruit well. He's a good high school recruiter, but he's not bringing in the guys that
That's
can
not
make
what
an
the game
impact.
is today, though.
No, not at all.
I don't think you can you go get these 5-star guys at a high school they're committed to you. It really means nothing nowadays.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything.
No, I agree. I was surprised. I guess I was more surprised that they, didn't just wait till the end of the year. I mean, I get it.
Yeah. Well, was that team going to beat Iowa tomorrow?
I don't know. They're better now.
Night
They're a
game
better
at
team.
Iowa?
They are a better team than the teams they lost to, but they just don't play that way. So I don't know.
Imagine if you're Pat Kraft and you go, Iowa hates Penn State's guts. They're a rival that's not really a rival, but you never want to go there. They always play us really tough, no matter the circumstances. So that's not they would have lost.
They
Would have looked worse.
they
Franklin
they
would
probably
have gotten booed more, and then the next week I think they go to Ohio State or something.
Yeah, they're. I mean, there's obviously the season's over, but who's the quarterback now that Aller's hurt?
Yeah, the quarterback, his name's Ethan Grunkmeyer. Another downside here of just the Aller empire for the past 5 years is that you don't know what the hell's behind him. It's kind of the same with the running backs. They've just hogged up so much space that it's damn, and the goal was to beat the hell out of UCLA and Northwestern and FIU and Kent State and all these teams, but you didn't. So I don't know what the kid got in one play, and I thought he almost killed himself trying to run for that 4th down. Didn't run Katron. 7 yards per carry. Still refused to give him the ball. I think if there's one person in the country that deserves to be just handpicked out of a team and put on another team, or just go straight to the NFL and try your chances, it's Katron Allen. he gets like just abandoned over to the side. They don't even consider him. It's so weird.
It is weird. Oh, if it's I don't know what year is
7
he in.
yards a carry.
Is
And he
he
has
like a sophomore, junior?
no, he came back for this. This was a part of the mega hydra head of him,
Oh,
Singleton, Aller.
Holler.
Yeah,
Okay.
all these guys came back. They were all going to declare for the NFL draft last year, and I think they're seniors this year.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah,
That's a bummer.
yeah, it's a bummer, but I mean, he'll be fine. He's making money now.
Yeah. Oh, no,
It's not
they're
like the '90s where they,
no,
they're doing fine.
they're making money. I'm not
Yeah.
not it's not like, oh, crap on him, but I mean, he'll
I'm
he'll get
excited
drafted.
to see the game tomorrow. I'm excited to see what I think it's always a unique thing if your coach leaves or a coach on a team leaves. How does the team you saw UCLA a few weeks ago? That my God, it was like they turned into different people.
Yeah.
It could this whole time it could have been James Franklin calling the plays. We don't know that.
It'd be
It could have
interesting.
been
Yeah.
Kodal Nicky not, who knows? Maybe the team is great and it was Franklin. Maybe they're terrible and Franklin was the only thing holding them together.
That'd be fun. Be fun to watch.
Yeah, it
Let's
will
see
be
how
fun.
they go. Hey, Gary, I got to ask you though. At the end of the day, over the last few years, did James Franklin griddle your nuts by any chance?
How do you get your nuts in the griddle? Did you ever seen the Office episode where he
No.
George Foreman's his foot?
No.
That's what that reminded me of when I
You
heard
gotta,
you.
you gotta have a mighty pair on you, sir. Some
I
gorilla.
was golfing when you guys when I heard that I had my headphones in and it was like almost in the middle of a backswing and I had to take a second because I was laughing and griddle my nuts.
Oh shit. Hey, let's talk about a few games before we get to our picks.
Yeah, let's do it.
Where was the one? So Nebraska is going to
Yeah.
Minnesota, which I think is going to be actually a pretty good game. I'm
Trap
still
game.
not. Nebraska's only is 5-1. Minnesota's. I like. You know what? I like Minnesota because I like the coach, and they're just not there, man. I wish
Well,
they were.
They're 4-2.
Yeah.
Listen, this is their game. This type of game defines their season, not the Ohio States and the Penn States and the Michigans. It's can you beat Nebraska? That's overcoming the hill. And if you finish the season at 9-4 or 9-3, whatever, that's a great season.
It is a great season. That game's actually on
So-
tonight, believe it or not. So you can.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, 7:00.
Yeah. Nebraska's favored by 7.5.
Miami plays in 7 minutes.
Do they? They play Louisville.
They play Louisville in 7 minutes.
Hey, Louisville's not a bad
They
team.
only have a 9 spread on that for Miami. That's interesting as number 2 in the country.
Louisville's not a bad team. That should be a pretty
Miami's
good
looking
matchup.
good though.
Hey, are you gonna are you gonna stay up late and watch those the North Carolina Belichick's against the California Bears?
Did you see the tape that came out today about Belichick?
I have not seen it.
You haven't seen this?
No.
About it's really it's video of his girlfriend. What's her name? Jordan. I think it's Jordan. Oh my! So I'm gonna have to explain this to you on the spot. All right. So there was a film going around where they were filming a show called Coach. That was what it was called. I don't know if it came out. I don't know what happened to it. And they were filming in the NFL studios, I think. And in the video, it's like a hidden camera. She is running everything. She's talking about changing slides and what's graphically going to be shown and
Oh, man.
making fun of employees to Belichick on a hot mic. And
Wow.
if anything, it's showing that she has total control over Bill Belichick.
God, that's so gross.
It was number one. She kept calling Photoshop Adobe Photoshop, which, if you've ever been a designer, nobody calls it Adobe Photoshop.
Oh,
That was
God.
so funny.
Wow. I got to
Yeah,
check that out. I got to
anyways,
check
yeah,
that
I'll
out.
probably that'll be the game I fall asleep on the couch.
I'll turn it on because they're bad and
Yeah,
Cal's actually fairly decent, so that might be a good game to. Let's see what other Nick's
there's big games. I mean, the Vandy LSU game's huge.
Vandy LSU is.
That's a season definer for both those teams.
I think you know what I have not been
Given
impressed with
Vandy a
LSU.
2-point spread on that.
Yeah, I've not been impressed with LSU up to this point. I think Vandy.
Yeah.
I think Vandy may take them. Yeah, be kind of cool to see, to be honest with you.
LSU, they lost to Ole Miss. That's right.
Yeah. The other, at least Washington is at Michigan. That'll probably be a pretty
Yeah.
good game.
And was Michigan have 2 losses now?
Think so. Yeah, they dropped out of
4
the.
and 2. I really think they're gonna get rid of Sharon Moore.
God, that's a. I don't know
I think they're
whatever
ready
whoever's
to
fault
move
it is
on.
over there. They got to get they almost
They
have
gotta
to
move on. And Michigan, you can't let it sit. You gotta move on.
No, I'm surprised that's not.
He was an interim coach anyways.
Yeah, that's bad, man. His stuff's bad. An interesting game that I think it might be better than what people think is Oklahoma at South Carolina. Even though South Carolina has some losses,
I picked South Carolina. I don't think Sellers is back though, right?
he is back.
He is back. I know. I preseason I wasn't high on Oklahoma. They got way higher in the rankings than I thought they
Yeah.
would. I don't think they're a top 10 team. I could easily see them lose this game.
I gotta tell you, Texas made them look bad. I mean, that was
Well, the worst part was Texas looked bad coming into the game.
Yes.
So that's what made it bad.
yeah. I
But
think
that's a rivalry game. You can't look too much into that one.
Well, that's true. I mean, there's never really going to be that was actually, I would say there's not going to be a blowout. That was actually, they only scored 6 points, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So
It was a boring game, to be honest.
Yeah, it was good because we like.
It was good if you're a Texas fan. They really, yeah. It was
It
kind of boring.
wasn't great. I think South Carolina might have a shot because they kind of peaked last year. They kind of towards the late season they started taking off. So
Yeah, they have a good team.
I'd like to see them do
They're
something.
definitely going to be ranked at the end of the year, I would think.
In Ohio State, Wisconsin, they got. Do you agree? They got to get rid of the coach.
Is it
It's-
fickle?
Yeah, they are
It is
horrible.
a dumpster fire.
They're really, really, really bad. Ohio State is favored by 25.5.
I know. And Wisconsin, that's unacceptable. I'm not saying you should be beating Ohio State every year. You need to be ranked and you need to be a solid team year in and year out.
They're really, really
bad,
They're really
bad.
bad.
I think they only have 1 win, 2 wins.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of their game. They're all phases of the game. They're horrific. I think a good game is going to be A&M, Texas A&M, and Arkansas because I think Arkansas has the ability.
I
to
think
beat
A&M's
people.
pretty good.
I know. I've been watching them, and I'm
Really?
down on them, but I don't know. They don't seem to they win. They're winning.
I
Let's say
clicked
this:
on
they win.
Arkansas's ESPN page. Guess what was the first thing that popped up
What's
for
that?
Arkansas? Guess. Will James Franklin be the new coach? Of
Oh my
Arkansas?
God! Are you kidding me?
I can't see that one.
He doesn't seem like a
I
Southern
don't think
coach
he's like
guy.
a South guy.
No, I don't see. I'll tell you what, he's not going to be lacking of job offers. I'll tell you that.
I think UCLA would be good. He's a California guy.
Is he?
Get him out. I mean, I don't know if he has any ties out there, but he has that type of kind of laid back personality.
Yeah, maybe. Ole Miss, Georgia. Kind of like see Ole
Now
Miss
that
win that one.
I think it's not a hot take to say outright Ole Miss is better.
I think Ole Miss is.
I still feel weird saying that.
They're a good team. I think God, the whole thing Georgia last.
Kirby
game,
Smart, he's gonna have a heart attack on the field.
I know. My God.
I'm gonna see the man die on one Saturday.
I gotta say, when he did the fake timeout, and then when I get it, whatever.
Yeah, he's clapping like this.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's going timeout.
And then when they gave him the timeout or whatever, and then he's in the faces with his little hands were going. I was like,
and he's got his visor. My God.
I know it's making me not like them any. I don't. I hope they lose. I'm tired of them. But he always has a good team. He's a good coach. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're really good. But I think that I forget the coach's name, the Joey Freshwater. What's it? Lane Kiffin.
Kiffin.
I think he's really hitting his stride right now.
Yep.
He seems a lot more mature in the way he's calling games. It's not all about the quarterback, although he's always got a good quarterback.
Yep.
It seems like I see big things for him. Maybe the next 10 years, he could be the guy.
He is a great coach. He's got. I mean, they're ranked 5th, believe it or not. Now, of course, we don't. Yeah, it's a whole different discussion on rankings. But
there's been crazy chaos at the top this year.
But yeah, that's. I think that's going to be a good game. I think the Tennessee-Alabama game, which is actually a rivalry, is going to be a good game. Alabama's looking pretty damn good though. I got to be honest.
Yeah,
Holy crap.
they're starting to find it.
Yeah, their
It looks
quarterback's
like a
really good.
different type than Saban, but I'm seeing the vision now of DeBoer,
Yeah,
what their team looks like, and it's a good team. It's not as buttoned up as Saban, but it is good.
it is good. And Tennessee, I like their quarterback. I like
Hmm.
the coach, but they're another team. They're almost like you're talking Penn State. They cannot win the big games. They just
Yeah, they're on the
never.
cusp.
They just don't win them. They never win
Yeah,
the big games. They
yeah,
got remember last year they got destroyed in the friggin' playoffs.
yeah.
Oh my
And that was
god.
supposed to be their year.
Yeah. Um, here's a big game: USC and Notre Dame.
Yeah, how about this one?
Notre Dame is
This is
their
put up or
freshman.
shut up time right here for
I
Notre
think
Dame.
so, but I think their freshman quarterback has really grown up.
Yeah,
And they started out, with 2 losses, but they
yeah.
look pretty darn good, man. I think that's gonna be a good one to watch.
I've watched USC because I've been interested in their development, and now that they're in the Big Ten, and they're a solid team. They're not the Reggie Bush era, but they're a good college football team.
They
And
are.
I'm still a little unsure about Notre Dame. I know that we say they lost by like 4 total in the first 2 weeks to 2 top 5 teams, but I need to see them go up against another really good team and see how they fare.
This will
Well,
be
they did
this,
play. Wait, did they beat?
they've already beat.
No, they haven't. Okay, I thought they played LSU.
No, no,
They
no.
lost to Miami and Texas A&M to start the season. They've really played nobody
They've
since
played
then.
nobody.
So this is the first. What are you? Are you the first 2 week team, or are you beating Arkansas by
Right.
40?
I Notre Dame fan. That's going to be a good game though. I think either way, and it's in Notre Dame,
Yeah.
and it's starting to get bad weather and all that
I'm
stuff.
gonna hate saying this out loud, but I love watching those night game Notre Dame
Oh
ball
yeah,
games. Ugh.
that's
I don't like Notre Dame like as a team all that much, but that it doesn't really get more college football than that.
no, that's the tradition, and they were fun to watch there, especially if
Olivia
the
was asking me, my daughter Olivia was asking me a couple weeks ago, like, why do they wear gold? And I was telling her, oh, they're like the only team. She's like, they're the only team. And I was telling her about we're getting into Rudy and all the Notre Dame legend and lore. It was
Oh
fun.
man, I mean that's just they are
Newt Rockney.
the Canute. Yep. They're um, yeah, I like Notre Dame, so I hope they win.
Yeah.
One more game here, Utah and BYU. I have been saying
You've
BYU
been
is a
harping on
fake.
Utah, no?
I
Are you
like
on?
Utah, and I'm telling you, to me, BYU, how they're ranked and how they're where they're at, I literally don't know because I watched them play. They are not
Yeah.
a good team, but they keep
Yeah.
winning. I don't know. I don't think they. I think this is the one where they get stopped. I'm thinking. I don't know shit. They beat. Let's see. They beat Portland State, Stanford, East Carolina,
I
Colorado,
mean BYU. Yeah.
West Virginia, and they
And
beat Arizona.
Utah's coming off a win at Arizona State.
I like Utah, man. I like the
A
coach.
solid win.
I like the coach out there. It's gonna be a good game.
I don't know enough about BYU. They kind of snuck up on me. I didn't know they were ranked 15th.
They
I
have
put Utah in our thing just because I figured BYU was just a middling team.
BYU hasn't lost, but I've
Yeah, but
watched.
they always have never lost.
But I've watched them play, and if you watch them play, you're gonna
The
say,
toughest game has been, dare I say, Colorado.
Hey, and Colorado's not bad. They're not a bad team this year. They're not
They're
great.
worse than last year.
Well, but last year they had a quarterback and a receiver.
Yeah, they did.
And
Yeah.
this year they actually have a defense and
It's weird
some
seeing
other
Dion
things.
on a team that I'm not seeing a billion commercials, and he's not on my screen all the time like last year. It seems like a deflated Dion.
I think Dion's doing just fine, sir.
You know who I do see? I see Arch underthrow, and then I see his Warby Parker commercial.
Oh my God, that and those whatever those shorts are, Voros or something. He's on. I know.
A 3 and out by Arch. Let's hit up some commercials by Arch.
Cue the commercials. I like it. All right. Let's go to our picks then, Gary.
All right, let's do our picks. I might change them up. The
All right.
BYU and I don't know.
First
Make 'em
game.
official out here.
LSU Vanderbilt.
You want me to do them first?
Yep.
God, this one's hard. I'm gonna go in LSU. I still think I was preseason, had them in the playoffs. I might have even had them in the national championship. I think they're a good team. I think Vanderbilt only has Pavia. I watched them against Bama, who we're saying is not an elite team, but a very solid team, and it was literally just Pavia. So,
It was. It was. Their
I mean,
defense hung for
how
like
many
a
weeks
quarter.
can you do that? I don't know.
I don't know.
Not this week. I'm going LSU.
All right, I'm going to go Vandy on that one. How about Oklahoma, South Carolina?
Yeah, this is the one I'm going South Carolina if Sellers is playing because I don't think Oklahoma is the number 14 team in the country.
Nah, I
and
don't
I think
either.
South Carolina deserves to be, maybe they don't win loss way, but at the end of the year, they're going to be a top 25 team.
I agree. I'm going South Carolina. And then how about the sneakiest team nobody talks about, Texas Tech versus Arizona State?
I mean, Arizona State is crumbling. It seems like they're going right back to their old comfy spot a little bit. I don't know what happened with them.
Quarterback didn't play last week.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, Sam Levitt. And I don't know if he's playing this week. He was hurt. But he's a great quarterback. But if he's not playing, they're in trouble.
Tech, I'm going with Tech, but I'm just curious what their record is.
Oh, Tech is
Are they
undefeated.
They're undefeated.
Oh, yeah,
right?
they're killing
I
everybody.
thought they might have lost one.
No, not even close. They beat everybody.
Yeah, I think Tech's the best Big 12 team.
Oh, I agree. I'm going with Texas Tech there. They've let me tell you, they used the portal. You talk about not using the portal. Texas Tech used
But
the
that
portal.
has a lot of downside. Using it that much, we don't want to talk about this.
Yeah.
I see a lot of trouble ahead.
No,
Texas.
I agree. But they've spent a lot of money.
But at least they got this year.
They got this year. They're a good team. Tennessee, Alabama.
Bama, baby. I think they're finding their own. DeBoer, he's got them moving along.
I'm going Tennessee because I want Tennessee to win. How's that?
Yeah. Well, they're in Alabama, night game.
They are in Alabama. It's hard to win there, and I do like Tennessee quarterback though. I mean,
he's pretty good.
He can move. Utah, BYU.
See, this is the one I picked. I said Utah in our text chain, but I agree. They have not surprised me all that much. I thought they've just been okay. And I did not know BYU is ranked 15, so
Yeah.
I'm going to side to BYU even though I don't know anything about them.
Wow. Okay.
I'm just not sold on Utah. And if BYU is above them in the rankings, I'm fine with saying that they can beat them. Because I haven't seen anything from Utah that's like they can overcome anything.
They're not a great team. They're a good team. It's
Yeah,
good.
so
I think it'll
it would
be
make sense they lose this one then.
Yeah, I mean they could. I'm gonna pick Utah just for defense, just because I'm not impressed with BYU.
Sure.
Last game, Ole Miss and Georgia.
Yeah, this is the big daddy of the week, I think. I'm going Ole Miss based on what we said before. I think Lane Kiffin, this is his coming out party this year. I think he's going to shock a lot. I think he's really got something going right now.
I agree. I'm going Ole Miss. A lot of these I go because I hope they win. And then Texas plays Kentucky.
There's 50-50 on Utah BYU. Can you really definitively say who's going to win that game?
Yeah,
No.
you can't because you know what? It's not. Neither one of them are going to run away with the game. It's going to come down towards the end. So Texas is going in and playing Kentucky. So if Texas plays like they did a couple weeks ago, that's going to be a hard game. If they play like they did last week, Kentucky's not a great team. They're going to blow them out. But it's just who shows up. What team shows up. So
let me hit you with this. Who is your biggest surprise college football team so far? Maybe they're not undefeated, but they're just doing way better than you expected. Or they maybe even just look better than you expected.
I got to say, it's Texas Tech. They have come out of nowhere, and I've watched them play. They are, tell you what, they're good. And when they're at home, man, that place is packed.
Yeah.
And they have a good team. So
they're not doing renovations. They better get some money in there and pump up the team. Yeah. They're doing great.
To me, I mean, they're going to end up in the playoffs because they're going to roll through the Big 12.
Schedule, yeah, absolutely.
But they are
For me,
good.
It's been maybe Georgia Tech. I know that they've been good, but they've continued to be good. They're a fun team to watch. The offense is really clicking. They've blown me away. I didn't think they could remain. I thought they had a flash season, but maybe they're on their way up to top 10 Georgia Tech. That would be really nice to say.
That would be weird. Them and I always put them in North Carolina State together because those are teams that they're never there at the end.
They spike sometimes.
Yeah.
They could have a year, but if I mean, this is the I think second year in a row Georgia Tech's been ranked for the majority of the season, right? Was that last year or 2 years ago? Maybe not.
They're
Maybe I'm
they've
misremembering.
been good. North Carolina State's the same way. They've been good.
Yeah.
But are they? I don't know. Are they good enough? I don't know.
And then here's another question. My final question is preseason, your predictions. Is there any you really could take back? And mine would be I saw Ferentz getting fired. They've looked completely fine. Their offense has looked,
Yeah,
good enough. I wouldn't say they're amazing. I think they're ranked. If they're not ranked, let me find out real quick.
I don't know if I was ranked or not. They might have 2 losses.
Oh, regardless, I think they do. They're not ranked, but still, I don't think he's getting fired this year. I thought it was
No,
going to be absolute trash.
I don't think he's getting fired because
Yeah,
he's stays. His record's always good.
right.
And he's been there. God, he's been there forever. Um, I don't. Well, I mean, we all picked Penn State. We all picked Texas,
Yeah,
which,
yeah,
Penn State's it's gone.
yeah.
I
It's
don't
over.
think. I don't think as much as I love Texas. I don't think they run the table. They would have to run the
They're
table
still
too.
alive though.
They're alive, but they have a lot of tough. Well, I say a lot of tough games. They have Vanderbilt. They have Georgia. They have games they can win. If they win those and go with 2 losses, maybe they're still around.
Yeah,
I will say this though, I probably underestimated Ohio State. I
yeah.
really did not think that they were going to be this strong again, and they were just killing everybody.
I saw Ryan Day's winning percentage. It's like 867, or it's like
Yeah,
he just
it's
doesn't lose. And I
I'm
think for the longest
surprised.
time, you could say those were Urban Meyer's players. You inherited the best, but I mean, at what point? This is Ryan Day's Ohio State, and he
Yeah,
is continuing to win. So
they're by far in my opinion, they're the best team in the nation. I don't.
yeah, I would put them, Miami, and Ole Miss. Those are my top three.
I think Miami's. I'm not sold on Miami yet. I watched them play. They're good. Carson Beck is really good. He's having a great
Well, who would your
year.
top three be? You would have to include um, who we just talking about.
Ole
Sorry,
Miss.
Ole Miss. Well, I don't know if you're going to include Ole Miss, but Ohio State.
Oh,
You
Ohio
would have to
State. You have
include
to have
them.
Ohio State is definitely up there. God, who else? I like Ole Miss. If they win
Texas
this
A&M
weekend,
maybe. And they have Indiana at 3.
Indiana. I mean, I
I
didn't
don't. You
think
can't
they were going to
argue
be
with it.
back too, and they're playing really well. I
All
think they
right.
deserve that. And they just signed. Do you see? They just signed their coach.
I saw that
Eight
to an
eight years,
8-year deal.
93 million. They didn't want him
You knew
going
he would.
anywhere.
Yeah, of course. With the Penn State job, I'm surprised. I don't know what Matt Rule's contract is with Nebraska. I am so surprised that he has not come out and said no and not signed like a 5-year extension already at Nebraska.
I mean, can Nebraska pay him what Penn State can pay him? I don't know.
That's a good question. I don't know financially. I know we always hear they sell out the crowd, but does Nebraska have money? Like money, like
I mean,
big teams?
it doesn't seem
I
like
don't
they could
know.
compete with a Penn State to me. Maybe they can,
I
but
would think that Penn State would be the more appealing financial job, but I don't know that for
and
certain.
he's an ex Penn State guy.
And he's an ex-Penn, and he's come out and said throughout many years that that's his dream job, and he would take it. So
Yeah, I think, and everything you read right now has him as the best option.
what if
I'm sure.
Nebraska goes? What if Nebraska goes 11-1?
I don't know. I don't think they can consistently win there anymore. I just don't. I don't. The kids want to go to Nebraska. I mean,
Well, prior to NIL, it was nobody wants to go to Nebraska. Now it doesn't matter because you have maybe they don't have the money. You're right. Maybe it's
I don't
NIL
know.
and that type of stuff that's holding them back.
I don't. That's going to be interesting. I think he ends up at. I think he ends up at Penn State, in my opinion.
I do too. Yeah. If it's not him, I don't know who
I
they
mean, he
would
came
be.
out and said he met his wife there. I
Yeah.
mean, come on, man. And they
I know.
want. I'm sure they want him because he's a really
Oh
good
my God.
coach.
Yeah.
So it's,
For all we know, the deal is done. They might not have even fired Franco without knowing who's next, and they're
that's
just
true.
waiting the season to
That's
go
true.
along.
That's true. I think that happens a lot. They have somebody in mind already, and they already know his
Yeah.
buyout and all that bullshit.
They don't want to ruin his Nebraska season.
Yeah,
And if
yeah.
they know they have him wrapped up, then let him go.
All right, sir. Very good. What else you got? You got anything else?
Not really. No, we've been on for a while. Been watching a lot of golf. Been playing a lot of golf, as you've seen from my text messages recently.
Yes.
Um, been playing really well, but I've been watching a lot of golf too, and it's been. I think I've surpassed the just out there goofiness of it, and I understand like the actual fundamentals. And it's kind of like finding a sport when you're a little kid again, all over again at almost 40 years old. So it's been really fun.
So let me ask you, is the live golf stuff, is that done? Is that over with? Have they collapsed or?
No, I saw that they're absolutely hemorrhaging money. Um, but the Saudis just, I mean, how much money do you want? They'll
Yeah, oh
just
yeah,
print it for you. It's like
they have unlimitless.
it's
I
not
mean,
going anywhere.
yeah.
What's going to be really interesting is if Live Golf in 10 years, falls through, most of the guys who signed those original contracts won't be playing golf for that competitively, maybe on like the older tours. But are they going to let those players back into the PGA? I don't think so.
I don't know. I had seen something. I wasn't sure because when they first came out, it was all over the place. Live golf. I literally
Yeah.
I don't ever see it anymore on anything.
It's on TBS, I think, sometimes. I've watched it for 10 minutes one time. And when I saw it, this was the 10 minutes I saw. It was John Rahm. It was Rahm and DeChambeau. I don't know if they're in the same group or not, but they would show the mic on them. There's music blasting in the background. They're getting ready to shoot, and the crowd's like yelling, and they got beers, and like it just doesn't look
It's
like
weird.
golf to
Yeah,
me.
it's kind of weird.
And I know these guys are making $1 trillion, but I would feel like you sold your soul a little bit for nothing to get a less than experience.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. And the other news we kind of touched on earlier, F1 is here this weekend in Austin, which you and I went to. We didn't go to we went to the day before, didn't we? When we went
We did the qualifying,
qualifying.
I think on a Saturday, and it was raining.
It
Man,
is.
that was quite a long time ago
It was a
now.
long time ago. It is crazy out there. It's amazing. There's a large group of people that just follow. Of course, they are extremely wealthy. They follow F1 around the world, and it's so bizarre. I mean, it's cool racing and stuff, but I don't know. It's fun to see once or twice, but
It is super, super cool. If you have an opportunity to go, I would say go, and I'd say take all of your monies with you in your
yes,
wallet because you're looking at $15 grilled cheese sandwiches. And I mean, if you want it, if you're going, you're going to spend a ton of money,
yeah,
whether it's in Austin or Monaco. But it's something that if you have the means to go and it's close to you and you have the opportunity, I would highly recommend just seeing it once.
yeah.
I would never go back to watch NASCAR probably unless I, had a box or something really nice. But we worked that one event there and I loved it. And I can say that I saw NASCAR and that was it for me.
That's kind of how I am. It is something you definitely want to see it and just see the vibe there and the crowd. It's definitely not something I would want to look forward to going to 5 races or anything. But it is very very
Yeah.
cool to go over and see one or two of them.
It was on TV. I forgot F1 does. I think Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I think, or something like that. They were racing today. Sophia's actually working the event out there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she's doing the qualifying and stuff, and I think they race on Sunday. And we just had ACL. Austin is like jam packed right now.
It is jam packed. So cool. All right. What else you got?
That's it. That's it from me.
That's it for you. All right. Hey, again, we appreciate you guys joining us here at the Bunk and Pick Podcast. We had Gary on here. Appreciate him joining us. We'll get Big G on again pretty soon, talk hockey, because we are trying to watch hockey, but I don't know. I kind of know a little bit about it. I've been watching enough of it to
I do
pick
put it
up
on,
some.
but it's in ear one out the other. I just don't have I guess it's probably the interest is what it is to really sit down and let it soak in.
It's kind I kind of agree. I kind of like. Well, Nick was making fun of me because I was trying to pick a team by their mascot colors and stuff. I was like, I don't know
that's what
anything
I
else.
do too.
It is kind of. I'm like you. I turn it on if there's nothing else on. I'd rather watch
I
that.
get my phone like immediately. I lose interest really quick.
Yeah. But anyway, thanks for joining us. Hope you guys come back next week. We'll have another midweeker next week and hopefully have Pick back. Shout out to Pick. Hope he's feeling better. Until then, Gary, take us out with the Rollin Balls.